Welcome to What You Missed Today from Voice of Emirates, an AI-powered daily news bulletin where we bring you a concise roundup of the top stories we have covered since this morning. From local, Arab and international news to economy, entertainment, sports and lifestyle. I'm the virtual presenter for Voice of Emirates. Now, let's begin with the highlights of what you may have missed today. Russia says its air defense systems have repelled a large-scale Ukrainian drone attack, intercepting and destroying 223 drones over the past 12 hours. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the drones targeted several regions, but air defense units prevented them from reaching their intended objectives. Moscow described the operation as one of the largest aerial attacks in recent weeks, amid continuing cross-border hostilities. French President Emmanuel Macron has reaffirmed France's solidarity with Spain following the migration crisis in Ceuta, announcing tighter security measures along the French-Spanish border. Paris has deployed additional police, gendarmerie units, drones, and rapid intervention forces, while coordinating closely with Spain, Morocco, and the European Union. France says the measures aim to strengthen border security and curb irregular migration. Italy has temporarily suspended the Schengen free travel arrangement with Spain, reintroducing border checks in response to the recent surge of irregular migration into the Spanish enclave of Ceuta. The Italian government says the measure is intended to protect national security and strengthen Europe's external borders. The move has triggered diplomatic tensions with Madrid and prompted renewed debate over migration policies within the European Union. And from the political news, political tensions are rising in Lebanon after President Joseph Aoun accused Israel of violating existing agreements through continued military operations in southern Lebanon. At the same time, Hezbollah held the Lebanese state responsible for responding to what it described as repeated Israeli violations, warning that the situation could further escalate. The developments come amid ongoing regional and international efforts to preserve the ceasefire and prevent a wider conflict. Human Rights Watch says Russia's government-controlled Africa Corps carried out an airstrike in central Mali that killed 8 civilians, including 3 children, while no militants were found among the victims. The organization said its findings were based on witness testimony, satellite imagery, and video evidence, and called on Mali's authorities to launch an independent investigation and hold those responsible accountable for possible violations of international law. The newly announced Gaza roadmap has received broad international and regional support after Hamas agreed to a phased disarmament plan, and the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza began assuming its responsibilities. The roadmap links the gradual transfer of governance to a technocratic committee with humanitarian assistance, reconstruction efforts, and a phased Israeli withdrawal, as mediators work to preserve the ceasefire and advance long-term stability. And from the business news, the Abu Dhabi Global Market, ADGM, has activated its real estate broker classification framework to raise professionalism and service quality across the property sector. Brokers will be assessed based on transaction performance, continuous professional development, and customer feedback. The initiative aims to strengthen transparency, boost investor confidence, and encourage higher standards, while supporting the long-term growth of Abu Dhabi's real estate market. EM Steel has reported strong financial results for the second quarter of 2026, with revenues rising 11% year-on-year to 2.4 billion dirhams. Net profit surged 157% to 262 million dirhams, while EBITDA climbed 67% to 457 million dirhams. The company attributed the growth to strong demand, higher steel prices, disciplined cost management, and continued operational efficiency across its steel and cement businesses. Iran is bracing for an unprecedented energy crisis this winter, with officials warning of a daily natural gas shortage of around 100 million cubic meters. The projected deficit is expected to place additional pressure on households, industries, and power generation as demand rises during the colder months. Authorities say efforts are underway to stabilize supplies, but the warning highlights the growing challenges facing the country's energy sector. And from the science and technology news, Apple has unveiled Apple Upgrade, a new subscription-based program that lets customers use the latest iPhones through a fixed monthly payment instead of purchasing them outright. Users can upgrade to a newer model when it becomes available, making the program part of Apple's broader shift toward subscription services. The company says the initiative also supports sustainability by encouraging device reuse and reducing electronic waste. NASA is preparing to launch the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope on August 30th, marking one of its most ambitious space missions in recent years. The observatory will survey vast areas of the universe with unprecedented precision, helping scientists study dark energy, dark matter, and distant exoplanets. Named after pioneering astronomer Nancy Grace Roman, the mission is expected to transform our understanding of the cosmos. And what you might missed from the art and entertainment news, UNESCO has added a collection of works by renowned Finnish architect Alvar Aalto to its World Heritage List, recognizing their outstanding contribution to 20th-century modern architecture. The inscription covers 13 architectural sites across Finland, celebrated for combining human-centered design with innovation and sustainability. The recognition is expected to attract more visitors and reinforce Finland's status as a global destination for architecture and cultural heritage. Nearly 8 decades after his death, celebrated Japanese author Osamu Dazai is enjoying a remarkable global revival. The popularity of the anime series Bungo Stray Dogs has introduced a new generation to his life and literary works, driving a sharp increase in book sales worldwide. His acclaimed novel, No Longer Human, has become one of the most widely read Japanese classics, highlighting how anime is helping preserve and promote literary heritage. The Philadelphia Museum of Art, one of the United States' most renowned cultural institutions, is facing a severe financial crisis after recording a budget deficit of nearly $10 million. Museum officials are working to reduce costs while launching fundraising campaigns and exploring new revenue sources. The institution says it remains committed to protecting its collections and ensuring its long-term sustainability despite mounting financial pressures. We conclude our roundup with the top sports news stories you might have missed. The Emirati horse RB Kingmaker claimed victory in the Qatar International Stakes for purebred Arabian horses, delivering an impressive performance against a strong international field. The win adds another prestigious Group 1 title to the horse's record and highlights the continued success of UAE-owned Arabian horses on the global racing stage. The triumph further strengthens the UAE's reputation in international equestrian sport. The Asian Football Confederation has rejected FIFA's proposal to establish a new company to manage the commercial rights of its major tournaments, calling for an urgent review of FIFA's governance and decision-making processes. The AFC said the project lacks sufficient consultation and transparency, expressing solidarity with UEFA and CONCACAF, which have also opposed the plan over concerns about the future of world football. That was your roundup of what you may have missed today from Voice of Emirates. For the full stories, visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates. Thank you for watching. See you next time.